All right, everyone, welcome back. This is Daniel with POVPOOL, and we are about to get this match started from the West Coast Challenge event. This is table two of the West Coast Challenge event. Uh-oh. Let's start that over again because... Okay, here we go. This is table two at the West Coast Challenge event. We've got Nathan Nunes. Nathan Nunes is 13 years old, and he's part of the Bay Area, the Bay Area Junior Pool League, which is run by Emmeline Collado. The Bay Area Junior Pool League has a Facebook page, which you can visit if you're interested in getting your child enrolled in the Bay Area Junior Pool League. Contact Emmeline Collado through their Facebook page, which the link I have put in the chat room, both on Facebook and on YouTube. So anyway, Nathan Nunes is probably considered one of the most talented of the field out of the Bay Area Junior. I don't want to say he is the most talented because I don't know all of the players, but he comes to the table pretty strong, and he's playing for the very first time Alex PAGULAYAN, the Lion, a race to 9, and this was a huge privilege for Nathan. At the age of 13 years old, it's not every day that you get a chance to get in the box with somebody like Alex PAGULAYAN. So, it's definitely a learning experience, and he also gets to see what it's like to play against a professional with a professional demeanor. There's just so many things that you can learn from putting a young guy like this in the box with a pro player in a tournament. So I wish him the best of luck in this match. We're gonna just rip apart his game. No, I'm just kidding. We're just gonna take a look at his game, take a look at this match, and enjoy this match, and provide you guys with a little commentary, a little accurate scorekeeping here. So if you guys are just joining us, folks, this is actually a redubbed, this is dubbed commentary over a match that took place in July of this year. So you're watching Table 2 from the West Coast Challenge event, the West Coast Challenge 10-ball event. This is Table 2. And you're watching Alex PAGULAYAN play Nathan Nunes, race to 9. Nice break there. The 2-ball kicked the cue ball away from scratching. The cue ball looked like it was going to scratch. And Alex made a ball, so he's off and running. Overcuts the 1-ball. So JC, thanks for your super chat there. 199. And I want to welcome back the Honorable Donald Marks, longtime supporter of POVPOOL. Randall, Daniel, Vincent, and Hal. Welcome back on Facebook. We're streaming simultaneously today on Facebook and on YouTube. JC says, I don't know how this works. Well, then, if you accidentally gave me $1.99, I really appreciate it. Unfortunate there. I think it's go. Yep, ball in hand. So Nathan got himself hooked after making the 1-ball, and so he could very well learn a very quick lesson here. Don't give your opponent ball in hand, and don't miss. Keep your eye on the prize. Hey, Victor Castillo, my man from San Gabriel Valley, says hello, Bushman. Hello, Castillo man, the magic man. We love you, brother. Watching on Facebook. Watching the Lion. Actually, I wonder what it's like for Alex to play this young man. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel bad about beating him? Do you want to, like, teach him a few things while you're playing him? Or do you just tell yourself, play your normal game because that's what he needs to learn? He needs to learn what it's like in the big boy world. That's kind of what I like to do. I don't like to play light when I play people that I know are lesser speed than I am. I like to play my speed all the time. I don't like to stall on people. There are rare times where I just don't worry that I'm going to lose, and where I know that I'm playing a little more relaxed. There are those times, but actually those times can come back to bite you. You know, if you don't stay focused and maintain a steady focus, because you remember you got to play a whole tournament, not just this one match. So being lazy in one match, you can develop a bad habit of being lazy during all matches. Welcome back, Sheila Noyes, watching on YouTube. Chip Dickerson watching on Facebook, as with Tony T.I. Joe. Welcome back. Nice to see you guys here. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's important if you're playing somebody, a young boy like this, you know, is, when you're in a tournament, you've got to play your game and maintain your focus. You might get varied opinions on, you're definitely going to get varied opinions on that. Welcome back, Dan Post, watching on YouTube. All the regulars coming back. Ooh. So Nathan is a very confident player. You know, he plays with a lot of heart. He plays with the attitude that he expects to run out. I have played him a couple of times, and just to give him some, you know, my first criticism to him would be that he needs to work on his cue ball, and he will also, once he starts working on his cue ball, a few of the other things like mechanics, fundamentals, those are all going to start coming into place for him. Now remember, he's only 13 years old, so he still hasn't developed a stroke yet. And where he is right now, he's got a very good start. He's off to a very, very good start. But he needs to, he needs to think of things like, okay, how am I going to, if you start to think about like how you're going to get a good cue ball, then things like fundamentals and mechanics, those will start coming into place. This is my opinion. If I were giving him a lesson, I would give him a lesson more about cue ball control and playing the patterns more than I would worry about his mechanics and his fundamentals, because he's young. He's still developing that stroke. And, you know, there might be a minute here and there where I would stop him and I would say, okay, hold on. you're not walking into the shot like you need to. You're getting down a little too early. Of course, those are very important, you know, parts of teaching a young child how to play. But I think that he will fall into place with some hard work and some dedication. He will get better. All of those things will start to get better. Another thing about the juniors I will observe is that I've been noticing them compete playing 9-ball. And what I actually think, now this is very important for anybody who's teaching kids how to play. This is, once again, this is my opinion. But I thoroughly believe that kids should learn how to play 8-ball, and they should take 8-ball as seriously as 9-ball, because 8-ball is a much more entertaining game for a kid. There are more choices for them. They learn how to pot balls a lot easier. And if there's anybody in the chat room that wants to interject, feel free. But I think 8-ball is an equally important game for these kids to learn, if not more important than 9-ball. 9-ball is a very demanding game. 8-ball is a little less demanding. It also forces them to think a little bit about strategy. But the one thing that 8-ball does, first and foremost, is it introduces them to the optional shots that they feel comfortable with. So what they'll do is they'll find out what shots they're more comfortable with, and they'll choose to shoot those first. But then when they start to realize that strategy is more important than 8-ball, they'll begin to shoot harder shots, but they'll muster up the courage in time. And that's why I think that 8-ball is such an important game for juniors to play. So a couple of innings exchanged there. So I feel like Alex is taking it easy on him a little bit. He's on the stall. He wants NUNES to raise the bet. What's up, Lee Brown? Lee Brown watching on Facebook. I'll give you guys a shout out in Arizona. I'll give you guys a shout out everywhere. All you guys watching from Texas and Virginia and California, Arizona. Some of you in Canada, and my cousin in Great Britain was watching earlier. Manny Herrera in Oxnard watching. Wow, strong. Shout out to all you guys. Anyway, I'm thrilled for the juniors. You know, I'm so grateful for people like Emily Collado and Steve Strange. Steve Strange in the Inland Empire, who you know, they've been coaching kids. All right, so here's my take on Nathan here. He's gotten himself out of position, and that's because he's confident with his shot making, but he's not really thinking too much about his cue ball. And you know, all these things will start to make sense to him. Okay, so he's moved to 3, which is not a foul. Okay, so I don't think that's exactly where that 3 was, but Nathan's just having the time of his life, and you gotta love him for that. I mean, he's learning how to hit the balls. He's learning how to make balls. He has not yet felt the pain of defeat the way we feel it. Hello, Stuart Bovis, watching from Aberdeen, Scotland. Aberdeen. I have to visit Scotland next time I'm in the UK. So yeah, guys like Steve Strange in California and M. Collado in California. There's Emmeline right now, actually, on the screen. You can see her right by our logo. She's watching Nathan play. She's the head of the Bay Area, the Junior Pool League in the Bay Area. And I'm putting that link on Facebook again and on YouTube, so that if you guys want to support them in any way, you can support the Bay Area Junior Pool League. It's good. It's good. I love watching kids like this. I mean, it's so raw. You know, it's you get to see what they're working with without much foundation. You know, with almost no foundation, really. I mean, I'm so joyful knowing that there are still kids. It reminds me of myself when I was at the boys' club, 12 years old, hitting balls with with kids my age and with people older than me as well. Nathan's about 13 years old. I get the feeling that Alex is looking at his cue for some reason. Good thing Johnny Donahoe's there to fix the cues. Look at this. Alex is being a real sweetheart here and giving Nathan some options. And you and I, for the most part, would try to play safe here. Just come across the top of the 7 ball on the left side. Bring the cue ball up table by that center piece of chalk on the table. But what's Nathan going to do? Is going to try to bank to the side? All right, this is, this shot's kind of on the 50-yard line. This doesn't have to go. It doesn't have to work out. I mean, most likely Alex will cut this in to the side. And there you have it. Coolio. Emmeline and Eleanor actually, they're streaming now, I think, on Q Sports Live over in Las Vegas at Griff's. I was watching them play each other, Emmeline and Eleanor Collado. Doing the NAPT event at Griff's in Las Vegas. It's the one we streamed at last year. So 3-0 Alex. Race to 9. I mean, when I played Efren, gosh, I was so nervous. But I get the feeling Nathan's not nervous here, you know. Just goes to show the difference between when you're older and when you're younger. When you're younger, you got so much heart. When you're older, you develop fear, feelings. You learn how to make mistakes. You learn how to miss. Must be nice for Alex to feel like he's, got a soft draw in this tournament so far. These tournaments, this particular tournament, the West Coast Challenge 10 ball, it was 125 for the amateur to get in and 250 for the pro, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check my own work here. Yes, it was a 15,000 added tournament. So, no joke. No Sissy Boy Sunday drive. Now, Alex, being the guy he is, he's showing Nathan how to develop a pattern and how to play a pattern and control your cue ball. And that's, that's not necessarily Alex's job. It's his job to play as well as possible. But the outcome is that if Nathan is listening and watching, he learns, and that's what you hope for when you put these young guns in tournaments like this. And I want to actually, give Chris Swart a shout out. He's the owner of California Billiards. He bought Nathan into this tournament, so he was willing to donate and buy Nathan into this because, his chances are not great. This was a huge field with, I believe, 21 or 18 professional players, and I think this was Nathan's first match, and it took him straight to the one-loss side. So, it was not a good beginning for Nathan as far as tournament life goes. Geraldine. I've been leaving Geraldine alone all day to clean the bedroom, to reorganize the closets. And she's mad because pizza came about an hour ago and I haven't eaten yet. I'll be eating after this match. You okay? And she says she's doing a terrible job of reorganizing. She's not the most enthusiastic in the most enthusiastic mood right now. So this was watching from Las Vegas, Tim Channel. Good to see you, man. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. We're also streaming live on Facebook. Brian Clapp, James Canada, Keith Valet. Man, it's really good to see all you guys here. This is the first time I've ever streamed simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm just giving it a run, giving it a try. And I'm glad you guys are all here. I've decided I'm going to stream the first Saturday, Sunday at Hard Times in October. So join us October 6th and 7th for the first Saturday, Sunday at Hard Times Billiards. I said it. Yes, we will be there. Hard Times Billiards. Saturday and Sunday, October 6th and 7th. Poor man. The poor man is watching. And another game for Alex, 4-0. Controlled break. You know, this is excellent practice for Alex to get the breakdown. This is the feature table, the live stream table. Actually, this is table 2, but at any given time, he knows that the deeper in the field that you get, the more times you're going to get called to this table and the feature table. So it's very important to get the breakdown on the feature table and whatever streaming tables there are. Tables that you know that spectators and viewers are going to be on, because if you get into the finals, this is the table. This is probably one of the tables that you're going to be playing on. So, this is an excellent opportunity for to Alex to loosen himself up, feel comfortable at this table. And incidentally, these are one of only 2 diamond tables that are in this tournament. All the rest of the tables in this tournament are gold crowns. And if I'm not mistaken, though, I believe Chris Swart has ordered 6 more. I believe he's ordered 6 more gold crowns to be delivered to his room. So next year, when you guys play at this event, there will be about 8, if not 7 or 8, 9-foot diamonds at California Billiards instead of these 2. Which also means that some of those gold crowns might be for sale. So if you're interested, you might want to get in touch with me or Chris Swart, if you're looking for tables. Coyote Slayer asks why Earl Strickland doesn't play these big events. It's a good question. I think what I'm going to do next year, or actually sooner than later, is I'm going to call Earl. And, I think I'm going to start just calling him and talking to him regularly. Hey Earl, how you doing, man? I call him every once in a while. We talk, and The last time I talked to him, he was just moving back to Philadelphia, so that was like a year ago. Yeah, Stuart Bovis asks, are there major differences between the diamonds and the gold crowns? Yeah, there can be some differences. The pockets are cut differently usually than most models of the gold crowns. You can actually nowadays you can have your tables. You can have gold crown tables installed with diamond rails, with the rails that are from diamond tables, and so the pockets can be very, very similar to the diamond pockets. Which actually, if I'm not, I think if I'm correct, I think that's what Chris had done to the gold crowns that he has at California Billiards. He's had diamond rails put onto the gold crowns. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. You don't want to miss that shot. But therein lies the problem. Like he tried to make that ball. I think he tried to cut and make that ball. 1-2-3, Daddy Kane in the chat room's asking if this is a replay. Yes, it's a replay, but with live commentary. So Alex very quickly chalks up another win. It's 5-0, just raised to 9. And I have a couple of cues for sale too, by the way, guys. So if you're looking for a Tiger cue or an Ariel Carmelli cue, you can get in touch with me. I have a beautiful Ariel Carmelli cue, 4-point Southwest lookalike cue. Just over $2,000 if you're interested. And it comes with 2 shafts, and it's brand new. So if you want to contact me via email or messenger, feel free to do so. I have a Tiger cue, Tiger HD, 8-point. Beautiful cue. Also in the $2,500 range. Back cut on the 1. And looks like Alex can still play this. You see that 8 ball tracked over toward the 2, so looks like he can still make this in. He's cueing like he can. Draw back. What a beautiful stroke. Nathan Nunes got up to get out of the way of Alex there. Sometimes it's best just to stay in your seat. Shout out to Steve Bradley in the chat room. Thanks for joining us on Facebook. I'm going to be doing more of these streams. Just as soon as I'm fully recovered from my cold. I don't know if you guys have noticed that my voice is a little harsh. It's because I've had this cold now for 5 days, so I'm just getting, I'm through the worst of it. And I'm going to be doing some more Table 2 matches throughout the week, this week. And then I'll be streaming October 6th and 7th for Hard Times. Look at this. Look at this. Alex wants to get in the game. Orman says, drink a rum and OJ. Ooh, that sounds good right now. I'm out of OJ. And rum. I've got some vodka. Alex takes it. Once again, guys, if you're just joining us, this is POVPOOL, and this is basically a dubbed match. We're dubbing this match live. This match was played in July. It's Nathan Nunes, 13 years old, playing Alex PAGULAYAN during the West Coast Challenge 10-ball event, which was 15,000 added. And I'm just doing this to provide some commentary and also just let you guys, well, honestly, Grasshopper asked me if I would stream his match or put his match up to YouTube so that he could watch it. And so with that, I decided I'll put Nathan Nunes' match up there too with Alex PAGULAYAN. So if you've just joined us, you missed Grasshopper. He played Shane Van Bonen. Nice shot, nice shot. And this is Alex versus Nathan. After this match, I'll be done. You guys can go back to your normal routines. We've got other matches on YouTube that have just come up. I've put up, today I uploaded a bunch of 3-cushion matches from the Nationals that took place in June. Or was it? No, March. And I've also got some great one pocket between Dennis Orcollo, Alex PAGULAYAN. I'm sorry, Dennis Orcollo and Alex, and then also Tony Chohan and Alex. A couple of other good matches. Feel free to browse through our playlists. Don't forget to subscribe so that whenever we go live or whenever we upload something new, you'll be notified. I also have a premium channel that you guys can subscribe to if you want to see some of our best stuff. I'm currently editing and uploading new content to the premium channel. If you ever want to check out POVPOOL's premium channel for $6.99 a month, you can check out POVPOOL.com. Oh no, POVPOOL.vhx.tv. For $6.99 a month, you can catch the big one with Tony Chohan and Dennis Orcollo. We've got Boosty and Chohan, along with actually the finals from the West Coast Challenge events. I have to ask myself, like who, let me actually go back. I'm looking up the first teams. For the Moscone Cup. Because back then, if I'm not mistaken, I think like the first team that ever played Moscone Cup was mostly British. You know, and at first it was kind of a novelty. I don't even know if they knew it was going to get as big as it's gotten. So thinking of USA in terms of the Americas, which includes South, Central, and America and Canada. Well, back in the day, it was just USA, United States of America, versus Europe, which, you know, they called it Europe. They didn't call it UK. But I have to double check that as, you know, as I tell you that story. But I'm trying to figure out where I can find a link for the first year of the Moscone Cup. But you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see an interview with Barry Hearn addressing that question. That's what I'd like to see. So the first... Okay, I'm wrong. It was mostly Germany and England. It was you had Oliver Ortmann, Ralph Souquet, Jim... and Franziska Stark, German player, and a Swedish player named Tom Storm. I think Franziska Stark might have been a female player. I'm not sure. I wasn't familiar with those players back in those days. Boy, oh boy. Alex just wants him to win again. And there we go. Daddy Kane says, billiards is dying in the States. It's sad to me. I really hope things pick up. You really got me scratching my head on that one. I don't think it's dying. I think it's always shifting and moving and ebbing and flowing. I don't think it's ever going to die. Rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Matt Peterson says, where's John Mora these days? He wasn't in this West Coast Challenge this year. He didn't appear. He didn't make an appearance. He announced a retirement a year and a half ago, to pursue his passion for electronic music and DJing. And then we saw him resurface about 4 or 5 months later, looking for action against guys like Justin Bergman. And I think he did play a couple of action matches, but then, since then, haven't seen much of him. Good suggestion. Efren versus Earl. Yeah, that'd be a good event. I'd be happy to stream that again. Everybody else has had a chance, right? Let POVPOOL take a crack at it. So Alex should be out here. I mean, I'm not gonna not going to try to spoil it for you here, but oh my goodness. I think he's acting. He's like, I don't know what he's doing there. You very rarely ever see Alex play this play this way. So, you've got joy tables that are actively, I'm going to talk about this very quickly in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Joy Table is very actively pursuing a splash in the United States and other parts of the world. They're throwing a huge qualification tournament for the world event coming up in Los Angeles. It's happening in October. It's going to be $15,000 for first place based on a full field of 128 players. Okay, they're shipping in 9 joy tables to have this tournament. I think now this is the manufacturer of a table that is putting on this tournament. They're also putting on a similar tournament in France, and if I'm not mistaken, they're putting on a very similar tournament somewhere else in the world because they really want, joy tables to get their name out. So why do we not see this from other companies in the United States, such as Diamond or Brunswick anymore? It used to be back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Brunswick was part of every big tournament that ever happened in pool. So I'll just leave you guys with that. Alex PAGULAYAN takes this down 9 games to 1. And if you join me later this week, I'll be streaming other matches for you guys. It's been a whole lot of fun. Give you guys some food for thought. But honestly, I think that, it's time for the industry to step up and really, if they want pool to really survive in the United States, they've got to step up and make some big events happen that make sense to professional pool, not just amateur pool. Amateur pool is an easy win. It's very easy to live off of the backs of amateur pool players. But if you really want pool to have any sort of like integrity in the United States, or any sort of like, if you want to hold a candle to anything going on in the rest of the world in pool, you got to step up and make it happen for professional pool players. So that's my 2 cents. Thank you for your 2 cents. Keep loving pool. I'll see you guys next week. I'll be streaming from the house, from the home studio. We're going to be doing some more matches. We got Alex PAGULAYAN versus Brandon Schuff coming up next week. And, oh gosh, what else am I doing? I'll have some other stuff. Jason Shaw versus Shan Van Boning coming up next week. All Table 2 matches coming up next week. And then don't forget, I'll be streaming live from Hard Times Billiards, October 6th and 7th. Save the date. We love you guys, and thanks for all of your support. If you ever have any questions, send me an email, povpool@gmail.com. And if you ever want to donate, povpool@gmail.com is the PayPal, or you can always send us a quick super chat. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Prayers to everybody suffering from the horrible tropical storm and Hurricane Florence. Thanks to all you guys for tuning in. Take care.